If it ain't never his fault, it's something going on. It's something going on, and you need to check into it. You could be trying to fix a person whole time. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. You better put yourself in a situation where you pouring into their glass, filling their glass up. You been met that broken person and you knew it, and you still stay because you thought you were a better person than his last, and you thought that you could change him. You thought that you could fix him, and you knew damn well in your heart, down in your soul, that that person did not want to change and didn't give a fuck. Who gonna pour into you? When you pour all of you into that other person and you never get nothing back, they not pouring back into you, you losing. Don't ever try to fix a broken person because it's only going to result in you being broken yourself. Hurt people hurt people. Hey, y'all, and welcome to another episode of the podcast where we talk about everything from relationships to love, sex, life, obstacles, and so much more. Because as we all know, shit happens every day. So, sometimes it's best to get it off your chest with a little something to drink on. You hear me? And I'm your host, T. Marie. And today's topic is stop dating broken people. Because one thing I know for sure is that you can't fix nobody. You can't change nobody. You can only control you at the end of the day. No matter how hard you try, trauma bonding is a real thing. And I just feel like, when you getting to know somebody, you're going to get some red flags. I don't care how good a person try to play it off or, hide it or lie. You're going to see it. The more you date them, the more you talk to them, because when people get comfortable with you, they're going to tell life stories. If they having issues with their family, with friends, if it's always a problem, they got something going on all the time, red flag. Like, especially when you dating somebody and you getting to know them. And, of course, in the beginning stages, you're supposed to talk about whether or not, how sometimes it's not best to talk about your ex or how that relationship ended, because maybe they just gonna do you the same way. But I mean, like, it's good to kind of talk on it. You don't have to go deep into detail, but you do need to know, like, why are you single? Like, what ended? What made your last relationship end? Like stuff like that. So you can kind of know, okay, and they still can lie. People still can lie and tell you, oh, it was the other person's fault. The other person cheated. The other person lied. The other person was abusive. And, you never know. Whole time they could be lying, because you ain't finna go find them, dig them up. Hey, girl, I'm talking to your ex now. He told me that you cheated on him. He told me that you were the one always wanted to put hands on him. You were a liar. Whatever the case may be. Ain't nobody doing it. Ain't nobody doing it. So, you have to, like I said, you got to get to know a person. Hell, everybody got a social media. If you got to do a little digging to kind of, if something feels out of place, or you got this gut feeling about he lying or, she lying. This go for both genders, but, I'm going to always speak up for the women because I'm a woman. But you have to go on their profile page and see if you can find some dirt there. Like, if you feel like it's to extreme, like, look, just leave, go ahead and run, because it's already a red flag. And, because when you date broken people, you seem to want to fix them because you like, oh, I can see the good in them. Oh, they so good to me. They treat me good. And we have fun together, but you just don't forget to pay attention to the red flags. And, if they telling you, all my relationships, women did this to me, women did that to me, if it's never them and always the other person, that's your red flag, or even not a red flag, that it should at least make your light bulb go off. Like, it's always you, like, you perfect, because ain't nobody perfect. So how is it always the other person? Every relationship you've been in, every friendship, fallouts with your family, it's always their fault. It ain't ever your fault. Cause I'm gonna keep it real. I've been in situations where it has been my fault to a certain degree. Some situations I was a cause of a breakup or whatever because I may have had a past trauma from the past that caused me to always think somebody's cheating or you know what I'm saying, just lying all the time. So, and I know certain stuff I wasn't putting up with, so I knew that I did some stuff that, you know, I was insecure because I would think a man cheating, so I never wanted to trust him. I never believed him. I always second guessed him. It's something that's going to turn off the other person. So I always feel like, come on now. If it ain't never his fault, it's something going on. It's something going on and you need to check into it. I'm gonna tell you like this. Ain't nobody perfect. So if you always got somebody that's saying, oh, they did this to me, they did that to me. That's why I don't fuck with my family. Y'all need to do your research. It gotta be a reason. He could be telling you or she could be telling you, that's why I don't fuck with my family, cause this and that and that. You at work. You always having problems at work. Just think about it. It ain't always the truth. Sometimes it could be the other way around. Your family probably don't fuck with you for a good reason. So, when you meet somebody and, y'all getting to know each other, and if it's always, you know, some negative, some drama they got going on, pay close attention because it could carry over into y'all's relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you get, you know, people that can't be fixed. Some people don't want to be fixed. Some people don't want to be helped. Some people content with the way they life going. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. And you might be a person that has a good heart, and just a good person overall, and is one to help. And one thing I can't stand, y'all, when people, you know what I'm saying, might be people that's around, or you know what I'm saying, whether it be a homeless person on the street to somebody saying they need a shoe, children ain't got no kids, ain't got no shoes or whatever, and people want to help. And one of the main things they say is, I don't want to lose my blessing. Baby, it just depends on the situation. It's the difference between helping somebody and that's really in need and helping somebody that's continuously using you. Because you could be trying to fix a person whole time. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. They don't care whether or not you giving them all this attention, you putting your best foot forward, like you trying to show them you the best woman or man for them, like you not like they last and shit like that. They don't care. A lot of times they don't care. And so you better put yourself in a situation where you pouring into their glass, filling their glass up. Whole time you filling them up, they taking away. They taking away from you. So you over here filling them with everything good and it's slowly draining you. You get depressed because let me say this. A lot of times we know what we dealing with. I don't care how much a person try to say that, you first meet a person and they try to tell you, oh yeah, I'm like this what I like, this what I don't do, this, da, 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 da. This is the reason why I'm not in my last relationship because it was, the other person's fault. But when you get to know a person and if you truly paying attention and you observant like I am, then you going to start seeing, and I'm going to remember everything you told me. So slowly, if we having another conversation and you bringing stuff back up again, but you ain't telling the story right like you did the first time, you told me this time you told me something else the other time. I'm paying attention to all that. And I'm paying attention to your mood, your attitude, how you react in, situations that are hard, when you're going through a hardship, when you're sad, when you're mad, when you're happy. I'm paying attention to all of that. So I can kind of get a feel for, okay, if me and him get into it, this how far he'll go. Oh, his attitude either going to be on 10 or he going to be chill. He not the type that like to argue, or he's very argumentative, and you could tell. If you paying attention to the signs and you ain't all in it just to lay up and, that's it really. you're going to pay attention to the signs. And if you're not, you need to be. Because ain't nobody going to tell me one thing. I mean, first meeting a person, you don't have no choice but to believe them. But like I say, pay attention to the signs, try to see them in every state, whether they happy, mad, sad, so you can kind of know. But when you in a relationship and you trying to fix a broken person, you only pulling from yourself. You draining yourself. You taking away all your energy. And you knew from the jump that this person came with all type of issues. And you chose to stay because you thought, oh, I'm different from the last. I'm different from his last. I could make him do this. So he could do this with me. And whole time, he don't want to. And he ain't. And he don't give a damn. Because if he wanted to, he'll be trying. And when broken people are broken, and you get some that, want to change and want help and want to be better and stuff like that. But you can tell the kind that don't want the help. They ain't really listening to shit you saying. Ain't nothing changing as far as your relationship, as far as their attitude, their behavior, the way they talk, their demeanor. Nothing is changing. And so you got to kind of fault yourself when you put yourself in that situation. Because you trying to be blinded because you think you this bad bitch or you this nigga with money and you can make this person change. It ain't always the case. And so now you done put yourself in a situation where you find out. Now all of a sudden a light bulb go off in your head and you realize, damn, they don't care. You don't appreciate nothing. Now it's nagging, as the men say that us women do. We nagging and, just going off. Constantly having to tell the other person, you ain't appreciate me. I do everything for you. You get them kind of people. The ones that might get on Facebook or vent to you and say, I did everything for him. I cooked, I cleaned, I took care of the house, I took care of the kids, I ran his bath water, I did all that shit. Them be the ones. 9 times out of 10, they'll be the ones. You've been met that broken person and you knew it and you still stayed because you thought you were a better person than his last, and you thought that you could change him. You thought that you could fix him, and you knew damn well in your heart, down in your soul, that that person did not want to change and didn't give a fuck. And so now you done put yourself in a situation. You're not this happy person no more. You're not, upbeat. You're depressed. You're sad. You know what I'm saying? You done lost yourself in the midst of trying to fix this broken person. And who gonna pour into you? When you pour all of you into that other person and you never get nothing back, they not pouring back into you, you losing. You're losing. So if you in a situation now and you recognizing, or I'm saying something to you that you can relate to in your situation, you need to go ahead on out. Go ahead on out. Because I'm telling you, it ain't going to end well. If you with a person that's argumentative all the time, that don't like to listen, don't like to say constructive criticism, that's just, always negative, always on a downward spell, always down on their luck, ain't never having no good day, you need to run. Let the therapist deal with that. You ain't his mama. You ain't his therapist. Let it go. Let it go. Because people gonna only change when they ready to change. So don't get out of your body trying to help somebody else, because you could be a good-hearted person. You're not gonna lose your blessing in every situation. When you help a person the first time, no matter what the situation is, this is in general. But if you know what I'm saying, and they just using you, they not trying to better themselves. They don't want the help. They just know you gonna be there to pick them up, to catch them when they fall. Then it doesn't become about you losing your blessing. This person is using you at this point, and now you got to wake up and realize, shit, I done did what I could do. All I can do is pray for you and leave it in God's hands. That's where you got to leave it at. Because it ain't always about losing a blessing. It ain't. And back in my day, they used to call me petty T. I wasn't petty. With certain stuff, little petty stuff. But like when it comes to me, I'm observant. And if you're around me, if you're talking to me about your situation with your problems, or if I just see stuff because I'm always around you, I ain't letting nobody play me like that. I don't care how many tears you drop, how many sad stories, sad songs you sing. If it's the same old song every single time, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I can pray for you. I hope everything gets better for you. That's all I got. That's all I got. So you got to stop handicapping these broken people and let these broken people get on their knees and pray or talk to a therapist or talk to their mama or write in a journal. They got to get help. And that's all it is. I can go on and on about a broken person. Just recognize the signs. A lot of what I'm saying are big signs, big red flags. So, yeah, don't ever try to fix a broken person because it's only going to result in you being broken yourself. And then that's how a lot of these good people are no longer good people or want to be in relationships, or now all of a sudden they want to dog the men out. I'm from here on out. That nigga, I did everything for him, and did he treat me like that? I'm dogging men from here on out, or the other way around. The men saying they dealt with a woman, they did everything for her, and she cheated or lied or whatever the case may be, and now he want to dog every woman after her. Got to pay for it. It don't work like that. It shouldn't work like that. But that's sometimes how a lot of the good people turn that way, because they were once the person that tried to fix a broken person and it didn't work out. They got the bad end of the stick and they ain't like it. And so now we out here paying for it, y'all. We out here paying for it. We single. We out here like, damn, what a good men and what a good women at. Like we out here, we paying for it. We paying for all the good people that got turned bad from these broken people. And I'm gonna leave it off. I'm gonna end it off at this: hurt people hurt people. Always remember that. And so that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, why you ain't hit the thumbs up yet? Go ahead and like this video. And if you're watching me and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notification bell so you'll know every time your girl upload. Because right now, I'm kind of all over the place with the days and times that I upload. So if you turn on that bell, it's going to notify you regardless. And leave a comment. Have you ever, you know what I'm saying, fixed a broken person? Have you ever been in that situation where you tried to fix somebody and it didn't work? You thought you could, but that shit backfired on you? Or have you been on the other end of the stick and you've been a broken person and you had somebody that was good to you and tried to, and you know you was doing them wrong and you turned them bad and now they just want to mess over everybody? They can't trust nobody no more. They don't want to help nobody no more. Drop it down in the comments and let me know what side of the fence you were on. Okay? Live, love, laugh. Peace, y'all.